Hey guys, mtgsage here. Net's down. Just figured I'd pass some of the time by and make you guys a little video of some of the decks that I play. Alright. What I got here is I got my Jund. Um, I made some changes to it here recently. I got these hack blades in it now. Give it some offensive capabilities a little bit early on. It's mainly it's a block constructed Jund from the Alara block. Um, the big thing with it is getting creatures out. It's got a little bit of offensive. Um, Getting creatures out, creatures that might generate some tokens, such as these sprouting Thrynaxes here. Also got some Dragon Brood Mothers. I don't know if you've ever ran across one yet. Um, but I get those out. A couple predatory matches. Um, but get them out, and I use them for this guy. There's a Thunder Thrash Elder. Let him just devour them all up. It gives him 3+1/+1 counters for each creature you sacrifice. He comes into play, and just get him real big and swing away with him. All right. This deck I recently built it. Inspired by one of the new Gatecrash cards, Mind Grind. Very much in love with that card. But it's a blue-black mill. Nothing, no discard. Everything everything is just pure reveal cards from the top. Put them in the graveyard. I've got a couple of things for this thing. It's almost like a sensei's, but it's still nice. You can look at it, and look at the top card, and choose if you want to use that card or not. I'm trying to get a couple of Mind Cranks in here, so I can work them with this guy. Consuming Aberrations, Jace Mind Sculpts, White of Precinct 6, one Mind Grind. I got one of them from the pre-release. I went as Dimir, and I traded a couple of rares for the other one in here. Yeah, I paid for two of my friends to get into the pre-release so I could get all the cards from them and try to get more rares and such. But I would run a couple of Alara Reborn cards. The Pine Funeral here. Such an awesome card for 3 mana. But yeah, it's fairly new. It's still a major work in progress. And of course, you guys have seen the goblins. Oops, knocked the camera off there. Alright. This, you guys might notice the deck box, even though it's in terrible condition. I've had it for 3 years. This deck was supposed to have those Mind Funerals that are in that deck there. They were supposed to be in it, but I've taken them out and put them into this deck. There is supposed to be Thrax Mundar as well in this deck, as well, part of this deck, but you'll see he's in my Reanimator. This is a Grixis colored deck. It's block constructed for the Alara block again. Its major win conditions are usually either Nicobolus, which is rare, or the Cruel Ultimatums here. It's usually either those guys or one of the Nemesis of Reasons or Thrax Moondar. Um, Big win conditions. But yeah. Well, I pulled Nemesis, one of these, at the pre-release for Alara Reborn. I ran it and played against my friend, and I did it once, and he's like, "Well, if this is your combo for your deck, I'm going to go ahead and give you the game." I was like, "All right." Uh, Pretty bad, but nobody likes losing their deck. It's just so mean. Here's another deck from a set that nobody ever plays. They do. Most people do love to play one card from Cold Snap, and that's Counterspells. No, this is a Aurochs Stampede deck. It's got a play set of all the Aurochs in it. There's Bull Aurochs Herd, Rhyhorn Aurochs, and Bull Aurochs. There's 16 Aurochs in here. Ryan Skell, I put him in here. He's a little bit of just awesome if you can get him out. Not very good multiplayer though. Mainly wins on some one-on-one matches. If I don't get any good cards in my starting hand. But yeah, it's all Ice Age alliances or Gold Snap cards. Alrighty, here goes one deck that I just got a bunch of barbarians and slapped it together. Usually always play a barbarian in D&D, but I decided I want to build me a barbarian deck. I love them so much. It's pretty basic, your average barbarian deck. Lots of big red creatures that get mad and swing at stuff. A couple of Fury of the Hordes in here. Give me additional combat. And of course, I had to run the barbarian, Kamal, the pit fighter. No real concept or no net decking on that part. It's not that good. It does crazy stuff once in a blue moon, Like, I'm just gonna play it, and it'll win, or else I'll kill everyone and leave one person barely alive, and then they'll win. Alright. Reanimator. Now, this deck is missing a card. I don't remember exactly which one it is. This deck is always fun to play against Reanimator, or another reanimating deck. I play against my friend usually. He'll play his Recursion. I'm like, all right, and he runs red black, and I run the black blue for the counter spells. And the creature combo that I love to run with is the Thrax Moondar and Friends with the Brawls. So it's, they sacrifice a creature, now they have to pay 3 life or else I gain control of it. Those are extra cards there. Run Geth. Putting artifact or creatures under my control whenever I please. My friend, he always takes and he'll underestimate me, and he'll be like, "Well, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna bury it alive, and I'm gonna cast animate dead on uh, what's his face, Fleetwing the Risen." That's it. I had to think for a second. This deck usually nobody likes to see it. It never wins. It's a slow paced deck, but it doesn't win. It's always fun though. It draws a lot of heat because nobody plays with Shadow or anything, so it's like, oh, they can't block it. So gave them they can't block it and give them some infect here. Give them some poison counters. It's got black mana ramp in it. It's got the green Liliana that gives you lands. Everyone says it's that's what green does. Black shouldn't do ever. I find it okay. Black always has had mana ramp forever. They had it for I don't know which set Dark Ritual was printed in, but that's usually that's black mana ramp right there. Cabal Ritual, Dark Ritual, rituals everywhere, all over the place. Alrighty. This is a dragon. It's another recursion deck, sort of. It's basically get big dragons out really quick by just doing some reanimation. But it runs Sark in the Mad, and it's so I don't have to swing with my dragons. I can just play Sarkin, proliferate if I need to. Uses 0, get some spells in my hand, then -4, proliferate, put counters on him. Then you recursion some dragons, you -4, and if you can, get up to about 20 points of damage. I did it to my friend without him even expecting anything. He sort of just had big old army built up, and then I was like, "All right, Chris, here's what's gonna happen. Take and gonna do some did about 20 points of damage. I think it was maybe more. I don't remember." Alright. This deck right here, I just built this one recently too. This is the newest one though. It runs tie ball. Basically, draw a card and then have a card put randomly on top of your deck from your hand. Whenever you take, you draw a card and then you get reforged back on your deck, on top of your deck, and you cast it next turn. You just put your hand or whatever your hand is back on top of your library, and then you just draw your hand back that you had plus additional cards. So it's awesome. Everyone hates Tybalt. They think he doesn't. He's just no good. But you just gotta find a way to use him. Let's see. This is a Rakdos Guild deck. Purely just Rakdos cards. Lots of I got some of the Hellbent cards in it. One Avatar Discord I really like. I like Hellbent, but it's really hard to retrieve unless you're doing nothing but that. I'd rather take and run the like Taste of Mayhems and play a Rakdos Cackler, make it a 2/2, and then Taste of Mayhem it and make it in a 4/2 with that can't block. But then it's like, oh, you have to play it late game. He's a 6/2, and you swing, and he's just fucking mean. Lots of the new RTR cards for the Rakdos colors. I love Slaughter Games. It's so mean. It's not a legacy card, but it's still fun to play against somebody who's playing counter spells. You just take and they're it's like you can't counter it, and I'm gonna in fact remove every counter from the game, so you can't have any counter spells. Makes it a lot easier to play stuff, especially if you're playing with nothing but creatures, without running any counter spells of your own. This one, one of my friends hates it like a lot, because all the time he'll play a bunch of creatures and stuff, and he'll be all like, "Hey, when can I attack you?" And I'm like, "It's like, can I attack you this turn?" I'm like, "Nope, you still can't attack me. Sorry, I'm gonna, go. You want to attack me?" Got 4 propagandas in here and 4 ghostly prisms, which they do the same. They just one cost white instead of blue, and they're both named two different cards. But each creature cannot attack you unless its caster or controller pays an additional 2. So if you have all 8 of them out, they have to pay like 16. There's hardly any creatures in here. Big creature that I run a lot of in here is the Time Bug, for the Chrono Escape, or Chronomatic Escape, it's called. And that'd be about it. Thanks guys for watching, and catch you later.